today's dividend stock is the Packaging Corporation of America. Ticker symbol is PKG. It currently pays a dividend 4 times per year, and the last one I received was for 85 cents per share, and it trades for about $130 per share at the moment. So I started my position on the 23rd of July last year, which is about here on the graph, and I'm about 2.5% down. But with the foreign exchange impact, I'm about 6% up. So pretty much flat. At the moment it has dipped quite a bit. And as you can see from the long-term graph here, it seems to do this periodically, every couple of years. But the company itself seems to have decent profits and its debt is reasonably low. It's in one of those essential fields, which is paper and packaging. There's no shortage of need for those products whatsoever. Maybe that will change in the future, but for the moment, I wouldn't say so anytime soon. Now, there's not really a huge amount to go through in the description because they make paper and packaging products. So the only real significant point here is that they have 8 mills and 90 corrugated products plants. And that's pretty much it. Paper, cardboard, honeycomb protective cardboard, all that good stuff. So at the moment they have 15,000 employees, and they're based in Lake Forest in the United States, and they're in the basic materials sector. They're founded in 1959, so they've been doing their thing for about 60 years. They have a market cap of close to $12 billion, PE ratio of 13.16, current revenue of $7.73 billion. Nice. Earnings per share, $9.72. And a pretty decent dividend yield of 3.91%. So if you're new to dividend investing and you're not sure what a decent yield is, in my own opinion, my own opinion is formed from the opinion of all the other people who've put their journey and their information up onto the internet, that the space between 3% and 5% is the best. When it gets above 5%, it's getting a little bit spicy. Above 10% is risky. For the company to be coming up with the money to pay a dividend that high, they either need to be making extreme profits or going into debt. Or they'll just lure you in with a couple of dividend payments that high and then never pay it again. And you've put your money in. Anyway, this is one of those companies that I highly, highly doubt that will ever happen with, but as always, you never know. So, annual profit margin, about 11%, decent. And over the last quarter, 12.5%, also decent. Over the last year, they have a debt to assets ratio of about 54%, which might seem very high, but it is pretty normal, to be honest. Above it is also normal. Over the last quarter, their debt is 52%, about 52.5%. And I've used McDonald's as an example before. Their debt to assets ratio, I think, is 108%. Or if you look at a lot of banks, they'll have a 94% debt to assets ratio. Crazy, crazy high. So 52% is actually quite good. The annual cash flow from operating for Packaging Corporation of America is about $1.1 billion. From investing is negative $795 million. And from financing is negative $655 million. Now, over the long term, very, very nice. They were founded in 1959, and this goes back to the end of January of 2000. Now it seems like it's quite flat all along here, but it's kind of going up, down, up, down, up, down. But as you can see, the difference between here, $12, and here, it's nearly tripled, 30. So nice slow grower, and as you can see, it has plenty of rises and plenty of dips, but from left to right, over the entire long term, it is growing very nicely. PKG has a 52-week high of $168 and a 52-week low of $110. So it's about in the middle of how it's been doing over the last 52 weeks, the last year. The dividend history, long-term history, also very nice to look at. It appears that they pay about the same dividend throughout the year, so 4 times per year, sometimes even longer. And then there's one big cut to cut the dividend in half here in 2009, but 2008 was a financial crash, so that's fair enough. And then since 2009, It has been growing over the years, not very, very consistently, but year on year, it appears to be growing a bit. Sometimes they'll pay the same amount for 2 years, but as you can see, it's going up and up and up and up. So, quite a bit of potential as a safe dividend payer. This isn't going to make you a multi-millionaire if you throw all your money in today, but my own opinion of it is that it's just another one of those safe ones that you wouldn't have to worry about for many, many years, as long as paper and cardboard are relevant. So overall, decent profits, decent debt, dividend history is good. The industry that they're in is pretty essential. They've been going for about 60 years, and dividend yield is a nice 4%. So it is quite a boring one and quite a safe one, but as you probably know from being involved in dividends, it's not a particularly exciting field unless you jump into the spicy ones. But this would be a great one for a lot of people. Nice and simple, pays 4 times a year, and you could sleep well at night knowing that you have it.